the easy way is just feel free to leave a comment. It'll be helping everybody else out, including me, if I have to do this again. But you're just essentially pushing on everything with the screwdriver, essentially, and then once you get those out, you keep in mind you're gonna have to do it on the other side too, so you're kind of have to do it simultaneously, and you're just kind of working this thing out and make sure it comes this way. That's just what I've heard, so I mean, I passed it on, it worked for me, so just go ahead and do that. Make sure it comes this way, and once it comes this way, you're going to have your throttle cables right here. There's 2 of them. You're going to have to unscrew those out before you just start ripping this thing out. And then there's another hose. There's going to be a hose that comes down. It's this one right here. It comes down into the center. You're going to have to pull that one off as well once you have the carburetor out here. You're going to have to pull that one off, and then whenever I pulled that one off, a lot of fluid or gas leaked out, so just keep that in mind. Don't be doing this inside if you're not wanting gas to go all over the ground. Disconnect this hose once the carburetor is you have it actually out and free. As well as with that, you're going to be disconnecting another hose right on this side. And this one has to come out as well. Then you these are just, you put the screwdriver in, you prop it up, comes off. Now, be sure, guys, to make sure that you are labeling these hoses what they go to. And you can make personal notes that are meaningful to you on what they go to. So, like the center one right here, I was like, that's middle carburetor, and I put painter's tape, or you can use whatever tape you want, but just write it with a Sharpie. Put middle carburetor hose. And then, tear that tape off and then wrap it around that hose, and then just have it as like a marker. And I had that on all of these hoses. I should probably mention that I had it on all these hoses, so I knew how to put it back, because I just want to rip it off and not remember how to put it back together. So other than that, now the carburetor comes all the way out. It's yours. You get to work on it. That's another. There's an online PDF, or there's an online website that kind of just shows you how to do all of that, and very, very in detail. So then you put it all back together once you have the carburetor cleaned out for yourself to your liking, and then essentially you just repeat the whole process backwards, obviously. So once again, I really wish I would be able to take the bike all apart, but while I was doing this, it was the first time I was doing it, and it was just essentially all focus was on getting this done, and I wasn't going to be worrying about the camera. But at least this is something. It's better than nothing, I guess. But yeah. Any other tips for putting it back together? So when I put it back together, I did the hoses first. Put the middle carburetor hose on, and while I was holding it, essentially, and then I just kind of worked it all the way back, and it was really time consuming. If it works for you that first time, very smooth, and let me know your secret, because it took a while for me to get that thing out. But yeah, that's pretty much everything I got. You're gonna have to, of course, put essentially everything I talked about back together, which was pretty simple for me, because you did spend a while taking it off, and it's literally just the same process backwards. But that's just about as much as I can cover, I feel, without doing it myself in front of the camera. But other than that, I hope this helps. This isn't going to be like an edited video or anything. I'm just going to be essentially recording and throwing it onto YouTube. I'm just trying to think if there's any other tips that I could give out, but I'm not thinking of any. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yep. Oh, make sure you disconnect the battery. You don't necessarily have to, but I found that it's just a good practice before you start working on your bike. It's up to you. It's totally up to you. Personal preferences and everything. But yeah, the battery, you have to just pull it up, and then you'll be able to unscrew the batteries underneath your seat right over here. You pull it up, unscrew the positive and negatives, and just put it to the side. But yeah, I think that's everything. I don't think I forgot anything, but I could have, so just kind of a little helpful rundown of hopefully it was helpful for you, but a little simple rundown of what I did. Yep. What I did was, like I said, I changed out the spark plugs while I did it, because I mean, you have everything taken apart, so mine as well, it's right there. Take out the spark plugs, replace them with some, you could even check your coolant levels. You could flush the coolant, put some get some new coolant in there if it's been sitting for a long time. And yeah, because I did notice my bike felt a lot more efficient. It wasn't essentially, it felt a lot more smoother, and I didn't have to wait for it to start up as long and warm up. I still do. I still have to put the choke on, like at least all the way out to get it started, even if it's like 70 degrees, all the way out to get it started. Once it's started though, like the second it starts, I can now put it back into the middle and let it sit there for a little bit, just for a little bit longer. I'm talking about like 5 seconds, and then I put it down, and then I just kind of give it some throttle to compensate for, I don't know, getting it warmed up or whatnot. But other than that, that's the video. You can comment. I may be able to give you some helpful advice, but like I said, this is my first time doing it, so I'm not going to know all the technical details and terminology of what to do if this happens or anything else. But I'll try my best, guys. Have a good one.